What's up guys, I am here still in Buenos Aires and today I'm going downtown to shoot some photography and I'm leaving the filters at home because I'm testing a new app for my Sony camera and yeah, let's go take some pictures because I'm sick of being stuck in my apartment. I'm gonna head down to Puerto Madero where I was the other day and shoot some images with this new Sony app. The Sony app is like an ND filter that's built into the camera and it should be fun. It might be a nice little replacement for graduated filters for some people. I'm kind of skeptical about it, but it was 30 bucks. So my theory is for 30 bucks, it better be good. Let's jump on the subway and head down to Puerto Madero. Back downtown, I feel like every vlog I've done from here in Buenos Aires, I'm here at Plaza de Mayo at some point. I swear, in the coming days and weeks, we'll go other places in Buenos Aires. We'll go to San Telmo, we'll go to La Boca, we'll go to La Recoleta. We will see other things other than Plaza de Mayo, I promise. I'm back down in Puerto Madero and I've got to take the Sony camera off, so sorry again about the audio video quality change. Going to the GoPro now. Okay, the Canon lens is back on the Sony camera and we're gonna test this thing out. Essentially what this filter does is it's kind of like, remember in the Philippines when this happened? The light is so perfect, so I'm kicking myself I don't have my grad. To get around this, there is ways to do it without a grad filter. And I showed you guys how to blend two images together in Photoshop later. The app kind of does that in camera. It takes two pictures and then layers them together in camera. It can actually do even 3 exposures and lay them all together. So I'm gonna play with it a little bit and I'll let you know how I'm going. I'm gonna kind of rip apart this app, not because it's not helpful or useful or good, but because I think that you need to see the negatives of it. One of the negatives, and I'm gonna turn the camera around, hopefully you can see it, is every single time you have to make these adjustments in the camera here, and it's just time consuming. Every single time I wanna change the angle or anything, it just takes all this time to do it, whereas with a physical one I would just like plop it in and move it slightly. So that's a little bit of a challenge for sure with this app. On the bright side, it does come out really good. So let's take a couple more photos as the light comes down. So the first photo you're gonna see now is just like the first exposure, and then now you're seeing the second exposure, and then now you're seeing all 3 of them together. Also, I lied about not bringing any filters because this doesn't do like a hard ND filter, so I have my 10 stop here because I want to slow down the shutter enough to get some movement in the clouds and kind of blur out the people here on the sidewalk, because as you saw in those first couple images, there's people in the image, and let's ghost those guys out. Honestly, the look of the images is coming out okay. I'm okay with it. I don't have a big problem against it, but I do have a problem with how long it takes me to set up every single shot, and I miss my physical filter. It's easier with the physical filter, if I'm being honest. I'm here, as you've been seeing, at a bridge called Puente de las Mujeres, the women's bridge, and the sun's hitting these buildings now, so I'm gonna run around and get some shots using entirely this app. I don't have my other filter, so every image you're about to see is coming from this app. Let's go. I'm heading home now. I'm not really stoked about the images, and I think part of it was because of the app, and I'm not a huge fan of the app or what I saw, and that might change when I get home, so maybe I'll reserve judgment until I get back home. So let's wander back home. I'll edit these images and I'll give you my final thoughts. Back home. Before I jump into like technical stuff, if you guys don't care about the photography stuff, yesterday I mentioned that I was burnt out. Today I'm not. Today I feel fantastic again. I feel really good. Let's talk about this like app though. The thing is, the app is kind of a little bit gimmicky, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything I can do in the app, I can do in Photoshop. And probably in the same amount of time it takes me to like work through the menu and organize everything. What I would love to see at some point is if I had a touch screen and I could do it really quick with my fingers like I could on my smartphone, that would probably be handy. The other thing is it's 30 bucks for the app. 30 bucks. For 30 bucks you can almost buy Photoshop and use it for other things as well. So my thought on it at the end of the day is it's probably not something I'm gonna use. It's a nice backup plan. It's a nice thing to have if you're a hobbyist and you wanna do everything in the camera. But to be honest, I think the images kind of look a little bit unnatural, and I wasn't getting the effect I liked, and it was taking me just as long to process as actually using filters or doing it in Photoshop. So for me, there was no major benefit, and I think I didn't really get any images down there because I was spending so much time bumbling around with the app. So maybe not the highest praise for the app, but I do think that Sony is onto something with that app. I think there's potential there. So I don't want you guys to think that it's like me just trashing this app and saying it sucks. I just think it's not quite there yet. It's a little bit slow. I want that touch screen, and eventually maybe it'll get there. And I do think that the digital filter is the way of the future. I do think it'll happen in a different way though. I think that when there's a real digital filter, instead of taking two photos, there'll be some sort of thing done digitally on the sensor that will actually darken some of the pixels. And when that happens, then I can finally kill my filters. Until then, I'm gonna happily use my grad filters the good old-fashioned way. Guys, I'm done here today. I'm going to call this an episode. So yeah, tomorrow we're definitely gonna go explore something else. Maybe La Recoleta, maybe La Boca. We will see on tomorrow's episode. I'll see you guys there. Peace.